Thanks for hanging around. Great, Baylor's been playing really well. 5 of 6, I think they had won. So to get this win, it means a lot. I mean, beat them twice, obviously. May play them again with this tournament. With hope you're going to see a lot of people down the road. But I just liked how we did it. Defense got better in the second half. Wasn't quite there in the first half. And then the improvement. I thought Coach Miller made a great point at halftime. We adjusted a little bit offensively, and I thought that helped us. And I was disappointed in offense. We thought we shot a little quick, a little impatient, and concerned about that because of their slow tempo. Sometimes guys get a little anxious, want a shot a little bit earlier. So I thought we were a little off offensively. And then we come out and shoot 69% in the second half, 75 from 3. And could be about as good as you can be offensively in the second half. So that was good for us. But, we knew they'd go inside. We tried double teaming. Wasn't as good as I thought it would be. But eventually I think we wore them down. And our bench was really effective for us. We took away the threes, which we wanted to do. And we've been working on, believe it or not. But it's starting to come. And we held them to 2. And they got the 1 late, obviously. But I was upset on that one, too. So. But we're getting there, and the defense is getting better, and the bench was really good, and we got a little more rest for our guys. I thought that was helpful down the stretch, and I got to keep doing that. I keep telling myself we got to do that, but certainly a good win and a great day for us.
What exactly was the point that Coach?
Just secret. I can't tell. But no, we just a little adjustment on what they were switching ball screens on us, so we made a little bit of adjustment on that. And so something we've done before and do a lot, and generally we adjust as the game is going on. But it was really effective in the second half, I think, among other things.
The collapsing that the defense did to the big guys, it seemed to get better in the second half.
For us,
yes.
Yeah, well, late mid as it went on, I think. They're good. I mean, they're different too. They're the only team in the league that throws 2 guys on the block and plays through those 2 guys. So, we're not the biggest team. We're not the great we don't have the strongest interior presence. We're trying to get better at that. But they got 22 and 14 out of their 2 bigs. Luckily, Maston at 8. So I mean, the 44 of what our double team wasn't as effective as I thought it would be. I thought we'd get some more turnovers, deflections. But one-on-one down the stretch, I thought Omni was really good, and Quad even did a better job. So with that, and we kind of went back to our old school defense on it, and it seemed a little bit more effective, but it wasn't as effective early in the game. But we rotated different guys in there, and Omni was the best really as far as post defense. So he's been playing a lot better. He was sick for a while. We lost some games when he wasn't up to par. And then Alex, and then Sean was out. So with this 8-man rotation we've got, I'm very encouraged.
Jamie, both times you played Baylor this year, you really stopped them on the perimeter. They hadn't shot very well. Any reason?
It's an emphasis. I mean, you like the emphasis every side. Don't threes and no nothing inside. That's hard to do. But we've been able to take away the threes, we're better at it now. Last 3 games we've gotten better at it, so we're seeing that. Earlier in the year, I think they may miss some shots, I think, but I think we guarded better this time, and that's big for us. But we've been really working on it, and our numbers have been atrocious at the start of the year. But that's the past, and this is the present. We're working on the future.
Alex was 5 for 5 in the second half.
Yeah. Great pass by Kenrich we ran a little play, made the right read. We ran some plays for Kenrich, and he kind of played through Kenrich a little bit. He didn't get as many shots, played less minutes, but he was huge for us. The ball screen, we adjusted some on that, and he got in the lane a lot. So that was something he's been doing. I think some teams may be playing more of the pass on him, and he's making more drives to the rim and finishes. So you got to adjust and see how they're playing him, and he's pretty good at it. So really good. Desmond was terrific. I mean, his numbers are, it's like just another 18-point game with 4 or 7 from the field. It's remarkable what he's doing as a guard, shooting 55. 56%.
You've talked about all season how you need to get more shots for Desmond. Last 2 games, he's really been more of a focal point of the offense. Is that just flow of the game, or is that a concerted
Yeah,
effort?
no, I mean, there's not a lot of things wrong with our offense. It's like I give my coaches a hard time. We'll come into a game and they'll say, we got to do offense. It's like, let's talk about defense. I mean, we're our numbers will probably move up today. I mean, we're 59, but we shoot 54% from the field. I mean, against a good defensive team, by the way. It's a good defensive team. So, you can't be much better than what we're doing offensively. We shoot the 3 well, we make free throws, we get in the foul line pretty good amount, we don't turn the ball over. We've had too many turnovers the last couple of games. I mean, these are kind of strange. Vlad had some balls around the basket that turned into turnovers, but we got to live with that. They can't. Why we're good and why Desmond is good is you got to guard all of our guys. I mean, we put 5 guys on the floor to shoot the basketball for 40 minutes, and that's hard to do.
Jamie, you're sitting at 4-7 in the league after the loss at Kansas. What changed? Did anything change? Anything click for you guys?
I mean, there's a couple things. I mean, we had guys out, as I mentioned earlier. Omni was out and Sean was out. We were down to 7. I feel our 8's a good rotation. We're getting guys in where we need to be. 7 puts you at a real problem. Then you throw in some foul trouble and some things. So we had a tougher stretch early in the year, and we just lost some couple close games that everybody knows about and everybody saw. And we didn't get breaks down the stretch, to be honest. So caught some teams when they're really playing well, but now we're playing our best. And we had a guy go down that just handles the ball and has all the time. You got to make adjustments, and we have, and we've gotten better because with time. So, but the defense has gotten better. Last 3 games has gotten better, and it's still got where we want it to be, but it's getting better.
Well, what kind of marks do you give Alex for? I mean, he's still a natural point guard, but having to sub in for Jalen when Jalen went down.
I mean, we missed Jalen, but I mean, Alex as a point was not a concern. He's a good player. The only thing that worries me is how many minutes he's playing. Too many minutes, and maybe he suffers on the defensive end. They tend to rest more on the defensive end. That's why that's why I think our defensive part of our reason defensively that we haven't been where we need to be, but we're getting there. Like I said, we played our guys less minutes. Maybe 34. That still sounds like a lot, but it's better than 40, which we've played them some in games. So it's big getting those extra 6 minutes off, especially combined with usually he's the one that we get with a timeout and a little more rest. Mentally, it's a huge break for us.
Coach,
Jamie, how big
Yes.
a boost is it to get a lot of scoring from Alex along with his assist?
Well, like we talked about earlier, I think it's how they were guarding us. They stayed at home on the 3-point shooters a little bit more, it seemed like, and they were switching ball screens early, so that led us in isolation situations against the big. I don't know that we handled that as well, to be honest. So we made some adjustments in the second half, and that's where he got to the rim more. And I mean, the great thing about it is Alex, he really doesn't. I mean, he's more excited about assists. I mean, he's the guy that's always wondering, once again, wonder whether they miss an assist or something. So you want guys to be selfish about rebounding and assists, and so that makes your team better. So it's not a selfishness. It's a good thing.
Coach, 20 wins, 8 conference wins. Have you guys done enough to lock in March Madness spot, or is there still more?
Well, I mean, you hate this. Okay, we just shut it down, but obviously, that if you do those things, there's never been anybody that not make it, I guess, in a Power 5, I think. But our numbers, metrics are, continue to go up, and we're in the teens in pretty much all of them. So we're in a good spot. We lost some tough ones early, but I like where we're at, considering we lost a player that was playing 35 minutes a game. I mean, we're in a good spot right now. We're playing our best basketball, so I let everybody else speculate and look, it's fun. I mean, we look at it, we challenge our guys with it, but we also don't want to feel like we've accomplished something because we got more to do.
Do you remember sweeping Baylor as a player here?
Come on, I don't know.
I didn't. Did they do it with him? I know it was '89 last time.
They did the year before that.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah.
I remember we lost when our senior year was our only our first loss in conference at there. I think that's the only time we lost to them.
Is that kind of thing even come up to the team?
I don't know. I mean, they're such a better program now than they were then, so.
It's been 5 consecutive years that they've swept y'all.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, I brought that up, yeah. Oh, yeah. I'll bring it up again, too, if you want. But, yeah, no, I mean, we had never beat them until this year, right, or something. I mean,
Yeah, big club.
so, yeah, we use that, and then we use, I mean, every day I'm coming up with a new first. I mean, I just make stuff up, too, sometimes. But this one was real. I mean, we won. We beat them the first time, so that was first time beating them there, and then obviously sweeping. But obviously we had done that, but I don't tell them that stuff because they don't want to hear that. They don't want to hear about it.
Well, they weren't alive, right?
Well, they weren't. Yeah, I barely was. But, yeah. So yeah, it means. I think we do have to. We can't go back to 100 years ago, but we do have to recognize these guys made a decision to come to TCU when it was down, when we were coming into a new conference. And we do have to recognize that and acknowledge what they've done and what they've committed to, while also trying to build and get better. So you know, we want to. You got to show rewards. You got to show what they've done because it's really just remarkable in this short of time.
Anything else?
Coach, on the
Last question.
Garrett.
so I'm sure you've heard about the FBI probe that's come out about a lot
Garrett,
of.
why you got me that?
I'm sorry.
He
What's
lost
your
the bet.
opinion
That's
on
true.
What's your opinion on it, and how does it impact what do you learn from that with how you run your program at TCU?
Well, I've been doing it a long time, so I mean, there's you know, every day in this business, you've got to make decisions and choices, and in any business. I mean, anything you do, you got to make decisions, and you got to make. For us, we just I preach to our guys, you got to make decisions that you can live with, and choices, and that you feel comfortable with. And my belief is if you can't tell somebody what you did, then it's probably not the right thing to be doing. But you know, it's all speculation. It's all going to be talked about, and it's the game is good. College basketball is great. There's obviously a lot of people watching, talking, going, and it just, you know, with that there's things out there. There's temptations. But you know, I got a great staff, and we'll face challenges every day, and you have to acknowledge that, because once you think there's not, you know, then you let your guard down, and you make a mistake. So it's constantly remembering what you're here for, and who you're representing. You know, we talk about representing the school, representing your family. I mean, all those things matter.
You good, Garrett?
I'm good.
All
Sorry.
All right, Ken.
Thank you.